The West Virginia University Mountaineers are traveling to Orlando, and they're not going to Disney World. They're going on to take on the University of Central Florida Knights down in Orlando at 1 o'clock on TNT. So it should be a great game. Both teams are looking for their first victory in the Big 12. West Virginia overall is 2-2. University of Central Florida is 3-3. When you look at the University of Central Florida, you got to always think of skill when you think of Florida teams. You think of skill, positions, and speed. And University of Central Florida has a lot of that. Let's start at the quarterback. Dual threat quarterbacks. Cam Fancher, who rushed for 108 yards last week. Then they have Ja'Cory Brown. They interchanged them. There's no question. They're interchangeable parts. But there's one thing that remains the same. Both are dual threat quarterbacks, and West Virginia has trouble with dual threat quarterbacks. At the running backs, they have Miles Montgomery and Jaden Nixon. Both produce, have done so since the departure of R.J. Harvey, who went to the NFL. Then you have your wide receivers. DJ Black is big time, and Dwayne Thomas Jr. is the speedster. So they have plenty of speed on that offense. So watch out for that group. On defense, all they did last week was hold Cincinnati to 306 total yards, 115 yards on the ground. There was not a running back for Cincinnati that gained over 50 yards. Enough said. That defense is lock solid. Defensive ends, Malachi Lawrence, Nye Kelly. Up the middle at safety, tough, Paul Dunnam. It doesn't get any better than that on defense, and they're fast. So watch out all around. University of Central Florida is going to be playing hard because this is their homecoming weekend. So there's not too many teams in America that like to lose on homecoming. It's a big time down there. Parents and everybody else come to see their student athletes play. So when you look at West Virginia, what do they have to do to win this game? Well, they've got to take a whole lot of pressure off of Khalil Wilkins and Scott Fox Jr. Got to take a lot of pressure off of those freshman quarterbacks. That's all it is to it, because they've got to get comfortable on the road. This will be their second outing on the road, but they got to have a running game, and that starts with D.R. Hubbard. Ash has got to be running. There's got to be a whole plethora of running backs. Hopefully Ty Edwards will be back. It's got to be by committee if West Virginia wants to win this game. If West Virginia is not moving that ball on the ground with that offensive line, West Virginia may be booking an L, because West Virginia is not going to pass you to death. So the running game has to go for West Virginia to win this game. At wide receivers, we know about Rodney Gallagher, Cam Vaughn. Those guys can stretch the field. It's going to have to happen. But this offense, the pressure is still on them. Because even at BYU, the defense gave West Virginia University's offense 3 turnovers. And that's more than enough to win a ball game. And I expect them to create some turnovers, that defense of West Virginia, to create some turnovers on Saturday, giving the offense even more chances. But West Virginia's offense has got to get off early and do what they have to do to win this game. That's all it is to it. The pressure is on the offense, not really the defense. The defense has created turnovers all year long, and I expect it to continue down there in Orlando, Florida. But the defense has got to remain gap integrity, because you have these dual threat quarterbacks and they can take off and run and equally as good at passing. That's how the game has changed. The dual threat can pass and run. There's no more calling a quarterback a running quarterback. There's no such thing as that. These are dual threat quarterbacks. They can hurt you passing or running. And West Virginia just hasn't fared that well against dual threat. So West Virginia University, to win this game, needs a fast start. And it starts by that crunching ground game. Somebody's got to step up. Don't know who it's going to be, but somebody has to step up. This is C. Ivan Franklin. on YouTube at Befrank4real, one minority voice, one view. It's all about winning, and both teams are after their first W in Big 12 play. So let it be West Virginia. Go Mountaineers. Go!